Let's say this briefly this morning. You see, this morning I want to talk about giving. Even the Bible itself said it in the book of John 3:16. It said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He gave. He had to give something. He had to give something to redeem man because of the love he has for man. You see, there is never love without giving. But there can be giving without love. There can be conditional giving. Some people give in order to condition people, while some persons give out of their kind heart. And I must say this before I continue. You don't give because you are expecting anything from the receiver in return. You give because you are a giver. You bless people with material things because you are a giver, not because you are expecting anything in return, not because you want to enslave them, not because you want to cage them, not because you want their submissiveness, not because you want their loyalty. It now depends on the receiver to be loyal or not. So you don't condition the receiver, you give because you are a giver. See, there are some persons that are very, very self-centered and greedy with giving or with material things. They don't want to share their money, they don't want to share their personal things, they don't want to see. You are going to church knowing fully well that neighbor's children have not eaten, and yet you are going to church to pray to God to give you. See, I am beginning to have some certain problems with people that are always praying to God and crying for destiny helpers. Whose destiny helper are you? Who are you uplifting out of poverty? Who are you giving a reason to smile? Who are you giving a reason to say thank you, Jesus? I am not talking about giving and owning the camera. I am not talking about giving and then snapping and videoing the person. You are giving a loaf of bread, you want the entire world to see through the internet. You are giving your used clothes, you want the entire world to see. You are giving money, you want the entire world to see. He said this hand should not know what this hand is giving. Because if man begin to thank you and begin to praise you because you have given it, you have received your reward. He said, but if you give in secret, the one who sees very well in secret will reward you in the open. Your reward will be in the open, in the sense that the manifestation of your giving will not be the fact that you are being supplied in excess. Because there is a difference between a giver and a provider. You can only but be a giver, but God is the provider. If God has not provided, you will not give. If God has not permitted anyone to give you, you will not give. So at the end of it all, God is the provider, you are just a giver. See, there are some people around you today, what they need is not the gospel. Don't go preach to them. Give them something. He said, when I was hungry, you gave me to eat. When I was in prison, you visited me. When I was naked, you clothed me. And you begin to ask, say, Lord, when did I see you hungry and I fed you? He said, whatsoever you do to the least of this one, say you do it unto me. Don't forget one thing, we were all created in the image and likeness of God. So whatever you do to a fellow man, you are doing it to God, either good or bad. So if you are giving, you are giving to God. You don't give and then condition the receiver. Because you are not my tribe, because you are not my church member, because you are not supporting the same football club with me, because you don't have the same political ideology, then I must not give. A giver does not consider some certain things before they give. A giver only consider the condition of the receiver. See, the year is coming to an end. How many persons have smiled this year because of you? How many persons have looked up to heaven and said, thank you, Jesus, because of this man, because of this woman? We are living in a world where religion differences and religion biasness, should I use that word? The religion differences have taken over everywhere. Political differences have taken over everywhere. Nobody wants to help this other person because he's a Muslim, because this person is a Christian. See, you can help the child of an idol worshiper. You can help the child of a native doctor. You can help the child of a witch doctor. You can help the child of an affair. You can help the child of a mad woman. You can help the child of a drunkard. If you are actually a giver. Don't forget, blessed is the hand that giveth than the one that taketh. The one that is giving is always on top. Some persons are so self-centered. Some persons are so self-centered. They don't want to share. They don't want to give. They don't, and yet you are carrying the gospel on your head. You are going to tell a hungry man about God. What the hungry man need at that time is not the preaching, it's not the gospel, it's not you telling them about God. Give them food. Give them money to eat. And you don't give, when I begin to call it conditional giving, you are giving your torn clothes. You are giving your torn shoes. You are giving things that you are not wearing again because they are not good enough for you to wear. He said, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Will you wear that torn clothes? No. Will you wear that bad shoe? No. Will you eat that food that is spoiled? No. So why giving it to somebody because you feel the person is less? Sometimes the receiver does not want to be in your timeline. The receiver does not want to be on your social media pages. So stop giving people something and be snapping them, because at that time they don't have a choice. They'll just say yes to everything you say because they are the receiving end. Because poverty has made some of them lost their self-esteem, that they will allow you to snap them, allow you to post them on social media. See, if you are giving and you are posting it for people to see, you are not a giver, you are a content creator. You are a content creator, and your reward can only be but in the comment section. Your reward can only be but in the comment section. He said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Will you stay overnight without eating? No. Will you go naked? No. Will you sleep under rain or under cold? No. So those things you will do for yourself in order to live a comfortable life, it is not a crime to do it for somebody that needs it. You don't preach Jesus when you are not a giver. It's impossible. You don't talk about Jesus when you are not a giver. It's impossible. You don't claim to know Jesus when you are not a giver. It's impossible. Jesus and God had to do something to redeem man. He gave his only begotten son. He gave his son to die. And can I tell you something? Even during his persecution, Jesus still gave forgiveness on the cross of Calvary. He said, tonight you will be with me in paradise. How many persons have you blessed this year? There are some persons under the sound of my voice today. You have not blessed anybody this year. Nobody have seen your money. Nobody have seen your cup of tea. Nobody have seen your loaf of bread. And yet you are claiming to be a Christian. And yet you are claiming to know God. And yet you are benefiting from a man whose life was given for a ransom for your sin. You can't be a believer without being a giver. And you don't give conditionally. He said, is it bad for a Christian or a Christian? Since I am a Christian, how will I be helping a Muslim? You are not a born again Christian. Because by default you are a Christian. Probably because you are born into a Christian home. But being a born again is when you have come to know Jesus personally and you have accepted him. You can't be a born again without giving or without knowing how to give. He said, for whoever tries to save his life will lose it. But whoever is putting his life and trying to lose his life for my sake, that life will be saved. He said, give, it shall be given unto you. With full measure, pressing down, shaking together and running over. Lord, let my destiny helper locate me. Lord, let my destiny helper locate me. Whose destiny helper are you? Whose destiny helper are you? Is God going to keep providing a destiny helper to see you through? Who are you seeing through? Who are you seeing through? Who are you seeing through? See, Jesus ministered and ministered and ministered and ministered, and he realized that the people he was ministering to, they were hungry. He said, ask them to sit down. They got fishes and they got bread, and he multiplied it and fed them. Not spiritual food, he fed them. He fed them the earth. And the Bible recorded that after the earth, they had so much left. He fed them. He fed them. He fed them. He fed them. I know some people, or I see some people, you have a security personnel, your security still goes outside to buy food. And you are a rich man. You have a driver, you park in a place, you want to eat in a restaurant, your driver is in the car, you are entering the restaurant to go and eat. You are not broken. You are not a born again. You are not a Christian. You are not practicing Jesus. You are not practicing the gospel. Some of you, that are your housemaid that lives with you, they still go outside to buy their bathing soap, they still buy their toothpaste, they still have to buy their roller. You say, after all, I'm paying them. See, can I tell you something? See, one of the biggest prayer in my life is that, God, may we not see the kind of poverty that will make us do some kind of belittling jobs and not make people not have value for us. Because those same persons you are treating that way are created the same way you were created, in the image and likeness of God. They look like God. There is a connectivity between you and them, and that connectivity is the divinity of Jesus, is the divinity of God, is the image and the likeness of God. You are going somewhere, you are traveling out of town, and your driver drove you. Your driver is sleeping in the car while you are sleeping in a hotel room. While you are sleeping in a comfortable hotel, your driver is sleeping in the car. You will eat from that hotel, then you give your driver ₦1 to go and buy food outside. Whoever is working with a big man should also eat like a big man. Whoever is working with a rich man should also eat where a rich man eats. The only thing you have more than them is money, not life, not Jesus. If poverty can kill them, a stray bullet can as well enter into a room and penetrate and kill you. Accident can as well take your life. There is nothing that can actually cheat death except Jesus, if death actually wants to come. Learn how to have value for lives. Learn how to have value for lives. You are going to church and you are driving, and the next thing you are seeing your church member, fellow church member, trekking and walking down. You look at them and you say, it doesn't concern me, it's not their car. I can't pick them because they are looking dirty. I can't pick them because I bought the car for my own comfort. He said, whatsoever you do to the least of this one, he said, you do it unto me. He said, whatsoever you do to the least of this one, he said, you do it unto me. He said, whatsoever you do to the least of these ones, he said, you do it unto me. You don't give people, you don't bless people, you don't give people things because you want to enslave them, because you want to be using them for content, because you want to be using them to be proving to the world that you are a giver. You can give through this hand without this hand knowing, and that is what pleases God. But in all, giving is mandatory for anyone that claims they know God. Giving is mandatory for anyone that claims they know Christ. Giving is mandatory for anyone that claims to be a born again. Giving is mandatory for anyone that claims to be a fire-branded brother, a fire-branded sister, a pastor, a prophet, an apostle, a bishop. There are some persons that can pray, they can speak in tongues, they can evangelize, they can do anything. Some of those people you are evangelizing to, what they need at that point in time is not the gospel, it's food. What they need at that point in time is not the gospel, it's a shelter. What they need at that point in time is not a gospel. It's something to be doing to earn themselves money. I am not talking about you paying them the salary for the work they worked for. I am talking about you having a giving heart, a giving hand to the less privileged. Jesus is not seeing them to be little. You are the only one seeing them to be little. Jesus is not seeing them to be nothing. You are the only one seeing them to be nothing. Jesus is not seeing them to be inferior. You are the only one seeing them to be inferior. And the only reason why you are seeing them to be inferior is because you are carnal. The only reason why you are seeing them to be inferior is because you are not broken. It's because you are not broken. God himself had to give something to prove his love for mankind. He gave his only son, a man that was given birth to without carnal knowledge, without a woman having carnal knowledge. Through the power of the Holy Ghost, he gave. And on the cross, Jesus still gave forgiveness. Jesus still gave somebody eternity in heaven. Nobody around you has ever been touched by your kindness. Nobody around you has ever been touched by your generosity. Nobody around you has ever seen a reason to draw closer to see. There are some times that you don't need to preach to people. Your lifestyle can also be the gospel. Your lifestyle can also be your lifestyle can also convert people to Christ. How many encounters have you had this year that made people say, if not for this brother, if not for this sister, if not for this uncle, if not for this man, I wouldn't have believed in this gospel. You are telling them about a God that gave the son of his life as a ransom for man's redemption, and yet you are not giving. Give. I repeat it. Give. See, when you are giving, you are not losing. Because as soon as you are giving, your hands are empty because you have given. That is when God refuses. That is when God refuses. That is when God gives in multiple fold. You cannot be a complete fire-branded brother or fire-branded sister if you can't give. One day you will die and leave those things. All are still vanity. We are just privileged to enjoy them because we are still alive. A dead man cannot enjoy his wealth. A dead woman cannot enjoy her wealth. So we are just still privileged to be alive to enjoy the things we have worked for. And who told you we are even too qualified to get these things we have worked for, if not for the giving nature of God, if not for the grace of God? I want to say this to somebody today. Just as you are crying for a destiny helper, there are some persons that God has fashioned out for you to be their destiny helper. If you don't help them, they will keep suffering. If you don't help them, they might never move to the next stage in life. Give without boundaries. Give without expecting anything in return. Give without conditioning the receiver. You are not a member of our cult, so we will not give you. You are not a member of our meeting, we will not give you. You are not an Igbo man, you are not an Edo man, you are not my tribal person, you are not a Christian, you are a non-believer. See, even God is wondering who is asking you to hate a sinner on his behalf. How qualified are you to even dictate who a sinner is and who a sinner is not, and start judging and start determining whether you will give them or not because they are not sinners, or because they are sinners rather. There are certain persons, you see them, they tie their ears, they don't wear earring, they tie turban, their head is always covered, their skirts are always long and all that. They preach the gospel, they are fire branded, they pay tithes, they sow seed, they are workers in church, they do everything possible to make heaven, but they don't have the spirit of giving. They don't have the spirit of giving. They don't want to let it go. 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 See, there is one thing that has kept me going. I don't hold money too much to heart. I don't hold money to heart. There is nothing I can let go. There is nothing I can give. There is nothing I can do away with. Do you know why? Because I am so conscious of the fact that one day those things will not be able to save me. That one day those things will not be able to speak for me. But the good things that I have done while I am alive will speak for me before Christ. Will speak for me before God. You mustn't be a pastor to be a giver. You mustn't be a Christian to be a giver. You mustn't have too much to be a giver. You mustn't be rich to be a giver. You mustn't be wealthy to be a giver. No matter how poor you think you are, there is somebody that you are richer than. There is somebody you can be a destiny helper to. There is somebody you can uplift from the present situation that they are to the next situation in life. There is somebody you can give hope again. There is somebody you can give life again. There's somebody you can give a reason to smile again. There's somebody you can give a reason not to kill themselves, not to be suicidal again. There's somebody you can give a reason to stay away from addiction. Whatever God does not bless, He does not support. And whatever God does not support, He can never bless. Good morning.